Magdalene's blog 47. Something unknown kept me going, something greater than me or the devils that tormented me. I would have prayed constantly if they hadn't delighted in making mockery of this, and only silently did my heart cry out to my God. The end must be close, I knew. I couldn't fight for much longer. I cannot remember many details of that long, dark tunnel that was leading steadily down into the chaos of madness. But one day, or part of one day, remains etched clearly in the mists of unreality. I had stayed in a derelict building just outside the edge of a village for several nights and managed to find food. But one morning there were moves afoot to get rid of me. I tried to make my escape as soon as I realized the villagers were preparing to run me out or worse. Hobbling along a rocky path, I stumbled frequently. The remains of my sandals provided almost no protection, but hard skin had developed over most of what had been blisters. New cuts hampered my progress only a little. Shouts from the direction I had come told me that the pursuit had started in earnest. Anything that could be struck together to increase the noise was being. They wouldn't want to do half a job, but fix me permanently, I was sure. I could smell the pungent smoke of a building that had been set afire drifting in the air. I slid down a sandy slope where the path I was on joined the wider road. When I had awoken, the day had still been relatively cool, but it was hot now. Faster progress could be made on the road, but they would be able to see me too easily. So searching for another path, I half limped, half ran along the side of the track. A thorn got stuck in one foot, and it was really painful. I wanted to stop, but I didn't dare. I could still hear the villagers somewhere back around a bend. Scrambling between rocks allowed me to get off the track and out of sight from anyone on it. The land I found was strewn with rocks, scrubby bushes, and the occasional scrawny tree. No relief anywhere I could see, and the day was going to be unbearably hot. I had not even any water with me, and after my exertions my throat was already parched with thirst. A thirst that never seemed to go away in those days, but the waterless plain ahead was more than I could attempt. There was no other option than to try, but my strength failed me. I staggered towards a rock to lean against, tripped, and fell instead, grazing my arm on its rough edge as I slumped to the ground. Movement at the edge of my vision caught my eye, and I looked across the rough ground at a viper that regarded me impassively a few feet away, its tongue flicking in and out as though it was trying to tell me something. The silence between us for a few moments was fuller than words. Then it turned away and wove sinuously across the ground to disappear behind another set of rocks. I also crawled across the stony ground, in the opposite direction from that the snake had taken, but with much the same idea. There was one slightly larger boulder that looked as though its overhanging side could offer me a little shade. Once I got there, I collapsed. I could go no further. This was the end.